subscribing.
Oh, how it pains me to do this! Oh, how it pains me to do this!
Hey guys, Sunstreaker Wozza here, and welcome back to another Thursday stream where, yes, today we're covering all the important news in Transformers Earth Wars, as usual. We'll be covering some, obviously, big things that have been happening in the game this past week, covering some important sort of news aspects, things that I've seen in some chats that I've been looking at, things that people are talking about. So we're going to be talking about HQ18 again. Yes, I can hear you saying, what, again? I mean, some people are tired of hearing it. Some people can't wait for it, want to hear more. But I thought today we'd talk about the facts. So, yeah, there's a lot of opinions. Everyone's saying this might happen, that might happen. So today we're going to cut all the BS out. We're going to cut all the opinion out. And we're literally going to get the facts of HQ18 and what we know is going to happen. The facts. Everything else could be opinion after that and speculation, but today we're going to put the facts down for HQ18. We're also going to talk a bit about the 5-star Titan part and what it means for the game and what it could mean. And again, a bit of speculation, but quite a bit of chat in playtest about the 5-star Titan part and what it will mean. And so we're talking a bit about that. We're also talking about a new bot that's coming into the meta. Well, it's not a new bot as such, but people are using this a bit different now, and it might be a bit of a clue if you've been watching my recent streams and videos, and it's going to be an interesting one for sure. Interesting how it's used, and yeah, we're going to be testing that out and putting it to the test and seeing if it is as OP as people are saying. So we're putting that to test as well. And the big one is that we're going to be doing our Platinum member giveaway. So yes, if you are a Platinum member, we've got 12 Platinum members. We'll be going to doing a $50 gift card today. So yes, like I said, guys, if you want to be in with a shout of $50 gift card, you've got to be a Platinum member to be in it. You've got to be in it to win it. But don't forget, guys, it's not all about the gift card. Some people like to do it just to sort of give me you know, a thank you for, you know, creating my content. But what I'll do for people is to offer something back. So it's not just, you know, you can get Patreon where you just sort of give to your streamers to say thank you, but I like to give something back. So we have a private chat for all our members, but Platinum members as well get the chance to book in for a one-to-one. So a couple of members that I've got at the minute, I've booked in for them one-to-ones. One of those members, I said, listen, it was really good, Wozza. The information you gave me sort of turned my war scores around. A big thanks. I've had another recent one, and he was like, you know, I can't wait to sort of try this out. And yeah, you know, if you want to book in for that one-to-one, just hit me up, guys, and when you're a Platinum member, and just say, hey, Wozza, I'm Platinum member. Can we book in for one-to-one? We can have an hour or 2 hours, something like that. We'll book it in sometime. We'll go through your team. We'll go through your bot space design. We'll go through your combats. What 5-star next to pull. We can talk about the weather. It's up to you guys, but we can sort of book in and sort of go for anything you want and give you some advice. So yeah, like I said, that is open to Platinum members, and if you want to be a basic member, that's fine. You can be a basic member and you sort of get sneak peeks into content coming up. We've got a little private chat that I sort of stick around in. So yeah, but big shout out to everyone that's a member, like I said, and big thank you for supporting me and the channel. Let's have a look at the chat and see who we've got in today. So straight away, I want to give a big shout out to Andrew Stoneham, who's become a Platinum member. So a big thank you. I did say though that by Wednesday I will be getting all the names down and putting it in for the draw. So hopefully you'll be in for the next draw. But we've got the 12 members in for this draw as of yesterday. But yeah, Andrew, I'll add you next to the next draw if you're still a Platinum member by then. But thanks for being a member. And again, if you want to book in for that one-to-one, then just hit me up. But who've we got in the chat? So we've got Penny Lancaster, Grind Time, and Kill Cannon. Thanks for being members, and thanks for being first 3 in the chat. So Sunstreaker was a stash crystal coming your way just for being in the chat first 3. We've got Escalhossi as well, Lord Avix, Jason Rowley, as someone's caught. We've got the Roly Poly brothers in the house. Simon Hayes as well. We've got a lot of members in tonight ready for this giveaway. We've got who else have we got? Did they say Chris Harmon? That's it again. It's alright. We've got Valhalla 5s, Valhalla streams, I think it is. Obviously, we use a 5 as the S. Clever. But yeah, Valhalla streams. How's it going? Max and Emerson. Good to see you, mate. We've got D-Deck. We've got Carnage McIte. Greetings. Atari's in the chat. How's it going? I don't think Atari even knew he was a platinum member by the sounds of things. But a big shout out to Platinum. A big shout out to Atari for winning the tournament Space Tape setup. It was a bit of a tester, to be honest with you, and I wasn't too keen on it to begin with, but from listening to Atari sort of in the chat, he said it was really good. I'd like to see more structure to it. We'll talk a bit more about it later on, but yeah, well done Atari, well done One Prime, congratulations, well deserved, probably the top alliance in the game right now, and yeah, big shout out to you guys and congratulations. We've got Richard Trinder as well, we've got Erods, how's it going? Grimlador, thanks for joining. We've got Brian Leonard as well. And Stay Puff, thanks for joining, buddy. Good buddy of mine. Stream Elements Bot, thanks for joining as well. And Autobot Phil as well. Like we said, Andrew Stoneham, and thanks again for being a platinum member. Much appreciated, bud. My good friend Brad Channing's made it. He's probably just driving around somewhere and just gone, hey, Wozza, I'm listening, but I'm not here. Joshua Eves, Arrow DJ Hart, how's it going? Thanks for joining, buddy. Garrett Jan Zeggers, you know what, honestly, I've known Garrett for too long. And I probably get his name wrong on every single stream, you know, I'm an awful friend. I've known him probably, 10 years, honestly. It's embarrassing, but yeah, thanks for joining, buddy. Good to see you. We've got XXZXXXZXX because it's cool to put X's in your name. Thanks for joining, buddy, as well. MD Prime, good buddy of mine. Thanks for joining. Who else? Just jumped ahead as always. Joseph Trillo, thanks for joining as well. And Ricky Lau, thanks for joining. And Cyber Dan as well, just in at the clutch. And yeah, thanks for joining. And Grand Time's like, you missed an X. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, XXXXX. You get a lot of like, you play Call of Duty, you play things like that. You get a lot of people sort of doing that, and I've never really got it myself. I see it a lot, I'm sort of used to it by now, but I don't know. Maybe it's a young person thing. I'm too old for that. Maybe. Cool. Okay, let's take a look at the chat. Apologies for the noise. My next is turned down a bit. It's a bit loud for me. Cool. Let's have a look at this week's newsletter. So, bar week grinder, week ninny bong, week 4 of the 5-week saga, and this week's event is called Combination Lock. So, I'm gonna give something away. Shh. So, obviously, I've got the new bots on my test account, and I was watching the cutscene where they do the bots, and there's just a lot of talk about combiners. So, obviously, Combination Lock is reference to the new combiners coming to the game. They're not quite in testing yet. We got them in testing. I'll be honest with you, we got them, and Tex. I actually woke up to a message from Tex saying, "Have you seen this?" And I looked at it and basically just wiped out a HQ15 with it. I was like, oh my god, I want it good, but that can't stay. There's no way that can stay like that, no way. And then Dale came in the chat and went, no, listen guys, we're still in testing, we're not ready for you guys yet. These are just like, we've just thrown these on for a minute. The numbers are all over the show, because one ability was doing pretty much nothing. One ability was taking out half the base. So it's like, they're nowhere near balanced yet. We're going to send them Yasuman a bit more balanced. So, you know, the artwork's done. They're sort of half ready to go. I imagine over the next 2 weeks. They're finishing off the previous bots, which we've not had a lot of feedback about. So I'm not too confident about the new bots. Again, I sort of stay out of balancing new bots now. I stay well out of it. I stay towards more balancing walls and talk about events and my opinions, but I don't do balancing of bots anymore, really. I try and stay out. I might nip in and go like, yeah, I like this, or I'm not too keen on this, but nothing major. But yeah, they got a lot of feedback about 2 weeks ago. and I've not seen anything since personally. They might have, but I don't think they have. I've not seen anything in the chats. Check them every day, and yeah, I just can't see this bot changing much, and I'm not too impressed with it as it is. I mean, they might make some last minute changes. I know Fabian's on holiday this week, so there might be some last minute change, but again, it's a bit last minute. You know, this should have been changed last week before Fabian went on holiday. But okay, guys, I'll leave this for a week, and I'll come back. You know, but there's just some iterations. More iterations. I've said this in the chat. They need more iterations and stuff. But anyway, back to the original thing. So yes, I imagine we'll get the combiners next week to test, and we are going to get them probably next Saga. HQ18 is way off yet. We're nowhere near testing that. So at the minute we're just testing the new bots and waiting for the new combiners. But should be interesting. You know, a lot like most of the combiners it looks like. Again, this is just, it's not guaranteed, but one big AoE ability and then some smaller abilities. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I hope the balance really well, and excited to see what happens with them. I'm hoping we get another, everyone's saying this, another Magna boss. You know, a combiner that can be used for them wars and is, you know, close to Omega Supreme but not quite there, because you still need to put Omega Supreme on that pedestal because it's a 5-star, but still a really, really good bot. So yeah. Atari's put Skyrain is on test. Yeah, he is, but he's not balanced. That's what, I don't know. That's what Dale said. Maybe maybe they've sort of sorted that out. I don't know, but he said it's all over the show. So, like I said, I've sort of stayed out of it a bit, but maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, I've not seen any chat for it yet, so I imagine he's not ready to be tested yet. So yes. Obviously, combination lock is a reference to the new combiners. So it's a prime core shard event. Like I said to everyone, save them prime core shards. Listen, I know it's been ages, guys. Trust me, I'm the same. I think I got about 16, 17k prime core shards. And yeah, I'm just waiting to see what happens with them. But I can imagine, after all this, it won't be that good, because we've been saving and going, yes, yes, yes. And I go, hey, you can buy Spark with them. 5,000 prime core shards for 100 spark or something. You don't know, but we'll see. It's better saving than not in it. But yes, this event we've got 5,000 prime core shards, 120 total shard crystals. That's pretty good. With a chance to drop 25 5-star shards, 25%, 100 4-star shards, 25%, 200 3-star shards, 25%, and prems. So going off that, you should have 40 of each crystal, which means you should get about oh god, is it 30 of each? No, 30 of each crystal. That makes sense. Yeah. So you should look at around 755 star shards. You're looking at a 4-star crystal, I think, and a couple of 3-star crystals and quite a few prems. So yeah, it's a pretty good event, like I said, and tons of alloy and energon that we just don't really need, but we might need a HQ18. So I'll take it, you know. But yeah, excited for HQ18 without a doubt. And that's obviously just confirming the drop rates for each. So, game updates and information. So we have got some new images of the some wall pieces. And, you know, I appreciate Dale giving them to us. But, you know, we've got all the resource buildings now. We've got the HQ. We've got walls. It'll probably send the scanner next week. I want to see the defenses, but I don't just want to see them. I want to see what they do. I'm hoping it's something different than generic just upgrade of HP and DPS. I'm hoping they'll be a bit more creative. That's a good word. More creative. But yes, we've got some HQ18 images. Obviously, like I said in my previous stream, if you weren't there, you're going to be able to switch between Titans, and that will influence the colour of your base, which is pretty cool. I'm hoping it has more than just a colour change. I'm hoping it actually impacts on the base somehow, where if you pick Scorponut, you get more DPS. If you pick Fortress Maximus, you have more HP. Something like that. But I'm just worried about the tech tree and this all scaling in to the point where you're like, so how much HP does a mortar have? Oh, well, if it's got armor on it and it's got the tech tree at this level and it's got Scorpion Knock, it's this health. What if it's not got that? Well, it's this health. What if it's not got an armor core? It's this health. But if it's not got an armor core, but you've got Scorpion Knock, then it'd be this health. It just really complicates things. So I'm a bit skeptical on how that's going to work in terms of attack strategies. I'm hoping that you can maybe click on defense and it'll tell you how much HP is there. That's going to be my feedback if that's the case that Titans feed into it. But I think it's well overdue that we just need to be able to click on something and it tells us its actual HP with everything included. Yeah, we will see. I think the texture does filter into it now. Does it fully? I'm not even sure now. So we'll see. Then we've got the alloy storages as well, and the energon storages, and obviously the harvesters as well. So yeah, going to be pretty cool. Check out your content creators as always. Obviously, our DJ Hart, and obviously the FPS gaming channel as well. Engineer Hoist, Grind Time, Soldier, myself, even Freezus Maximus. Go and check them out. So yeah, a lot of good content creators, guys. And yes, as mentioned, Bulkhead and Breakdown are coming to the game. So a bit of a fan favourite, I think, Bulkhead. A lot of people are pleased that it's coming. I'm on the fence, I'm alright. I prefer G1, but I don't mind new characters. But for me, I was saying this, yes, I have nostalgia on characters, but I love Double Dealer. But not for 1 minute will I level Double Dealer because of nostalgia. He's awful. So, no. You know, it all depends on the bot. You know, I've got no nostalgia at all towards Starsaber. Hey, I hate Hot Rod. I've already said that. I love Grimlock. I don't want Grimlock as a 5-star. I'll level Hot Rod, but doesn't mean that I like the guy. But, you know, yeah, but joking apart, like I said, the ability is what set them apart. So whether they're whatever bot, whatever, you know, whatever version of whatever Transformers, it's the ability and the bot that counts. So we'll have to wait and see. Then we've got a couple of creators. So my Minion Army OP. If you didn't see that in the stream, go and check that video out. It is OP. It was crazy, crazy good. Definitely worth something considering. We'll have to see how it scales for HQ 18, but it's definitely an option that I'm considering. So go and check that out, guys. Crazy, crazy good. And then we've got again Grind Time's series of combined. He's smashing these out. Like I said, Season 2, Episode 7. So loads of content to go and check it out. So don't just go and check this corner. Don't just go and check this content out, guys. Go and check the other 6 videos he's done, and even the first series, like I said. And you know, he's the guy to talk about combiners and about, you know, their uses, especially in events and things like that, because it's called Grind Time. So I'll say no more. But definitely go and check them out, guys. Unity Corner, we've got some cool drawings. So I've Nemesis Prime and Dirge, and then Tarantulas. Obviously a con. We've got, is that Optimus in a skirt? I don't know. Cool sketch, but I don't know what it is. It looks, yeah, I'm not sure about that. I've just noticed something. I was like, yeah, we'll keep scrolling there. And then we've got a sketch of Optimus Prime. Like we said, the Saga schedule is week 4 of 5. It's Prime Core Shards. And then next week we've got the Chance event. So a lot of talk about this Chance event as well in the playtest chat. So it was all like, it's going to be a 5-star. Nope. It's going to be a 4-star. Okay, are you going to increase the chance of getting the 4-star? Nope, it's the same chance. Right, okay, so we've got 5-star shards, but let's be honest, when we have these events, these end of saga events, we're looking at a new bot. That's the big focus. People want the new bot, you know, it's new content. Whether it's good or bad, people still want this shiny new toy, and I kind of get that. You know, it's content that Space Saver put money into, so they're not going to give it away for free. So I understand that, but the problem we've got is, with chance events, the chance of getting that bot is ridiculously low. I think we worked it out as 0.5%. 0.5% chance. Because you've got, what I'm presuming, again, they don't advertise the drop rates on these. So I'm guessing it's a 1.8% drop rate. Let's round it to 2%. So if you had 100 crystals that all had only the bot in them, you'd have a 2% chance, and that's a good chance, 1 in 50. That's not a bad chance. But when they do these 150 events, you get a crystal, and it could have shards in it, 5-star shards, could have 4-star shards, could have 3-star shards, or it could be the bot. So already you've got a 1 in 4 or 5 chance. There's 1 in 5, I think there's premium shards as well. So you got a 1 in 5 chance of pulling a crystal with a bot, and they've all got equal chance. So all of a sudden, those crystals are down to 30. You'll have 30 crystals with the bot in. You don't know which ones, obviously, but if you get all 150, 30 of them should contain either character shards, the 3-star bot, or the 4-star bot. But there's no equal chance within them crystals. They're not equal chances, so you can't work out the odds where it's, oh yeah, well it's a third of the, you know, the crystals. So it's not a 10% chance. It's a 1.8% chance within those 30 crystals. And I've always said to people that if you're chasing a bot, 50 crystals should get you the bot there or thereabouts. And so there, we should still see 2/3 of our alliance getting the bot if that's the case. And we don't. Let's be honest, we don't. It's probably like a 10th of the alliance. So which makes me even think the drop rate's even lower. So I've said, listen, for a long time now, we could do with knowing the drop rate on these 4 stars and these chance events, because I don't think anyone likes chance events apart from low level players, because they might get the bot of putting up 5k. Those are complete the events. Don't really like them. And I said to Dale, I said, listen, with these events, you might as well take the bot out and just do, right guys, we're doing a 5-star shard event. We're doing a 1.5 mil event for 1,500 5-star shards and get rid of the bot, because everyone's like, I'll be honest with you, it's a bank holiday in America, which makes it, you know, twice as bad to put a big event on that sort of weekend. And this is why we should have 6-week sagas sometimes, but they say, hey, no, we stick to 5, so that's not going to change. But couple that with the fact there's a chance event, and people are like, well, I'm not going to get the bot anyway, so what's the point? And a lot of people are thinking, I'm not going to bother with this event because of that. These 5-star shards are great, but the chance of said bot is pretty awful, which I think they need to address. So the big sort of talking point a while back was leaderboards, and I think we progressed with leaderboards. I like the new system of putting up X amount of points and getting a guarantee, and we said it should be the same with the chance event. So it should be a chance event at prestige, but if you can do the 1.5 mil, you should get the 4-star personally. Hell, make it 2 mil if you want. I thought like 2 mil is expensive, but you know, we should have a guarantee. And I know the space they don't like the guarantee, but they need to increase drop rates. I said take the shards out of them crystals, so you got a 1.8% drop chance in them 150 crystal, which again is pretty much guaranteed, not 100%, but you know, we've got 99% chance. And then put the shards in the totalizer instead, or something, or in the prestiges rather than the crystals. But that's a lot to be said. Again, a lot to talk about. But for me, this is the big focus now in terms of events, is upgrading these events that are way old and way past. No one wants a 4-star anymore, so they need definitely improving without a doubt. Let's have a look at the chat catch up and see what people are saying about what we've been saying. Anyway, lot of chat. Yeah, Atari put this event is better than next week's. Well, that's what people are saying. Yeah. ZZ's put a lot of bots need to be reworked. That's not going to happen. I've given up on Nose Cone. I've given up on the reworks. You know, it's not happening. We've waited for Nose Cone for, I've lost count, 2 years, something like that, 2.5 years. So I've given up on it, guys. It's not going to happen. Yeah. Daniel Evans from USA Autospots. Thanks for joining, bud. Yeah, thanks for coming in. Kill come and have a 5-star pull trying for Minerva. Yeah, it's a good choice. Is it? Atari agrees anyway. Andrew Stevenson's getting close to 5-star Mega 11.5k. Oh, it's a lot of shards, though, isn't it? It's a lot, but it's worth it, I think. Yeah. Well, that's the big argument though. 3 5-star bots or Mega Supreme 5-star. I don't know. It's hard with the amount of good 4-star combiners coming out. It's a hard one, but I don't think you can lose either way. If you choose the 3 5-star bots and you get the good decent ones, that's the problem. Then yeah. And Garrett's put Hot Rod didn't kill Op, Hasbro did. How dare you? What else? Let's have a look. Daniel Evans has put double deal is high DPS, just walk with him. You could pick any bot to do that. If you're going to pick a bot who's got high DPS and say, don't use his abilities are awful, but you can just walk with him, you've got great DPS. There's 101 bots you can pick for that, bud. So, yeah, always pick a bot where the ability is useful, without a doubt. Yeah, a lot of talk about 1.5 mil chance crystals for Bulkhead, but yeah. But yeah. Tyrus says, I even hate solos and this week's better than next week. Yeah, I'm not too sure I will finish. I think I'm going to put like a 20k bid in for that week. I'm not going all out for a chance of that, honestly. I'm not. Yeah, it's true, Atari. Listen, credit where credit's due. I think at the minute, I mean, obviously these things change. One's always been there or thereabouts, and Psyops was for a while, and then I think Ark was for a while, and then we had POW, and you know, it always shifts. But I think definitely for the time being, One are definitely the top alliance in the game. I think we could have said that before the tournament. You know, the war record speaks for itself. So yeah, congratulations, well done. It's you know, credit where credit's due. But Ark did give you a run for your money. I'll give them that much. So well done, Ark, as well. Matt Paul, I know I won't get the bot, but I'm happy as long as there's no battle boosts. I actually want some battle boosts. I could do them. Yeah, Tyrus put the same. I think it should be chance crystals all the way for the low level. Yeah, and 1.5 guaranteed bot. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Cyber Dan, any news on Ability 11 batch? Coming soon, I believe, along with G1 cores as well. But it's like anything, it's on the back burner, it's in the plans, but it's well overdue. Atari, Psy once went 14 months without losing. Yeah, I know. I wasn't there for that, sadly. But yeah, I know they did. But those days are long gone for whatever reasons. But yeah, maybe one can do that. 14 months is a long time though. In the new meta, it's very different now though, isn't it? Let's be honest. Yeah, that's another thing to talk about as well quickly. The new war effects are currently in testing. Excited to see what they are. So we all sort of voted in playtest for which ones we'd like to see. So these are sort of come from the playtest of these effects. So it'd be interesting. But I think people are glad. I don't mind people. I'm sure I can say that I think people will be pleased that the healing effect's gone, which made those MDS impossible to kill. But keep in mind that we've got to make it harder in other ways if that's the case. But as we've said, we've now got Unicron League for the top guys, somewhere to go. I don't want it as a permanent league as such, but there does need to be something to make it difficult. So I'm hoping to do the these wars, leagues, whatever you want to call them, tournaments, more often. But Dale has said that it's going to be something in the game, like a big tournament or something. I don't think that's the answer still. I still think Wars need an upgrade rather than just a tournament. I think they need something else. They need an upgrade, and we'll have to wait and see. As always, we'll cover it on this channel. So yeah, if you want to be, you know, stay in the know with all the latest info and all the latest gossip and what people are talking about, the best thing to do is subscribe to the channel, guys, and never miss another video, never miss another stream. So yeah, hit that subscribe button, guys, if you haven't already. So yeah, Atari going to play with 6-gun. Yeah, I've been playing with my 6-gun's level 61. He can't quite take out the MDS yet with the shield gen. So 6111. So he does need upgrading still. But yeah, definitely going to be cool. Definitely cool. Right, okay, let's have a look at these HQ18 facts. So, talking about HQ18, and again, I made many speculations, and most of them come from a good place, you know, and it's based on knowledge that, you know, I've sort of heard, but I thought, let's cut all that out and stick to the facts. Because you'll hear a lot of people saying, oh, I think this will happen at HQ18. I think this will happen. Will we get more mines? Will we get more outposts? Will only half the defenses be upgraded? Will they leave the MDS alone because that's already powerful? You know, how much HP the wall is going to go up and things like that. And all that is still speculation. So, will defense HP increase? Yes. That's 100% sure. 100% sure HP for all buildings will go up. So, will DPS of buildings go up? Yes. 100 million %. Yep, those are granted. Will wall HP go up? Yes. 100%. So, there was a bit of talk in the chat about walls and how relevant they really are in the game and not really relevant. The use of pathing, which I've used here, you can see the use of pathing rather than just really to, you know, cement defenses and protect them. You know, at one time you could put a honeycomb around a defense and that would really protect it. But nowadays they'll just cut through that like butter. So again, it's a bit of, you know, how much they'll upgrade them walls. I imagine the upgrade will be a bit more than it was for HQ 16 from HQ 17 from 16, because they said that they want to be a bit cautious with walls. People were timing out, but they will upgrade wall HP without a doubt. They also said, the big one for me is said that they're looking for HQ 18 at comboing bots. So again, I speculated that means that one shots will be a lot less relevant, because if you're gonna combo, if you're gonna let jets one shot, then the one shot, you don't need to combo that. So jets and gunners. So I imagine they'll try and raise the, you know, HP higher than what a jet can one shot. And will jets still be relevant? Maybe. I don't know. But they have said they want to use some sort of comboing system. But then again, that could be something else in terms of fire and acid working together and things like that. It could be something to the tech tree that does that. Again, that's all speculation. But we could guarantee that, you know, still the HP and DPS will increase, and there's going to be some sort of combos. So keep that in mind. They've said that the HQ is going to be steady upgrades. So they're not going to let you upgrade it all at once. So will that be certain defenses? Will they pick them? Will they let you upgrade 10 defenses, say, or 8 defenses, and that's it? And then, because they said that when HQ 17 dropped, it put a lot of people off because they couldn't handle the sudden influx of all the defenses being upgraded. It was too quick for some people. Now, the top guys will welcome it. It's a challenge. But some people got frustrated and left the game, and they realised that. A lot of player unrest. So they said there's going to be steady upgrades. Now, me personally, I've got plenty of upgrades in my inventory. I haven't here because it's test server. But I've got about 5 building upgrades. So straight off the bat, when HQ 18 drops, if you can upgrade pretty much anything, I can upgrade 5 defenses straight away. So that's a massive increase. So you've got to think to yourself, how are they going to make this steady increase with these sort of building skips and things like that? And again, it's speculation. I've speculated in the past, and I'll talk about it another time. Again, I don't want to have too much speculation into this, but the facts of the matter is there's going to be, you know, a steady increase. So those that are worried that when HQ 18 drops, they're not going to be ready, they have kept that in mind, guys, and they're trying not to push everything all at once. So, you know, don't fret and don't worry. You know, they have listened to feedback to fair them. They have said that there'll be at least a 65 to 67 upgrade. That's not set in stone. It could be higher, but I think we'll at least see 67. Yeah, and that's for definite. 67 pretty much. 68 to 70, I just don't know. But yeah, definitely up to 67 you'll be able to upgrade your bots. So there is some room to upgrade your bots at least when HQ 18 drops. So yeah, looking forward to that as well. Obviously, like we said earlier as well, it's really related to Titans. Is it just a colour scheme? Will it change the way your base acts? Again, it's speculation. It will definitely change the colour. We know that, but we don't know if it will change the reaction of your base. Again, with the tech tree, again, I can guess that they'll probably bring some more points out. I don't think it's the end of the tech tree, but we don't know if we're going to start again. Don't know if it's going to add new levels. We don't know if it's going to be a different tech tree altogether. I imagine it's not going to be a whole new tech tree, because then they're making your base go backwards in a way and make that all irrelevant and then change it again. I imagine they're going to add levels, but again, they've not come out and said anything about that. They have said in playtest chat there will be more in the tech tree. And a lot of discussions that we've had is that we want it to be open. Again, they haven't confirmed or denied anything, but we said we want it to be open more and be able to pick and choose, you know, where we put our points early on. So I pick your poison. That's something that sort of someone said in the chat, which sort of resonated with me and sort of hit home a bit, which is a good sort of a good way to put it is pick your poison. So yeah, I want to upgrade. I want to make my mortars more powerful. I want to make my cannons more powerful. I want to make my MDS more powerful. It might cost more points or less points. Again, that's all speculation though. Let's cut that out of there. But yeah, I imagine there'll be some upgrades. But yeah, they haven't agreed or denied that. But they have said there will be some upgrades to the Titan trajectory at some point. They're just not confirmed how exactly. And there's no guarantee either that the points will increase. There was a huge points increase for HQ17 and a time increase as well. Was that 16 or 17? But yeah, there was a time increase as well. But as they increase the time, it makes battles longer. When it makes battles longer, it affects obviously events and getting through the bases quick and things like that. So again, there's no guarantee, guys. They'll get more points. We just don't know. They might change the system completely. You know, I think they are open to be changing things considerably for HQ18 and being a bit more innovative. I hope so anyway. With the new colour schemes, I think that's where they are sort of going with it. It's trying to think outside the box. I said with HQ17 that I didn't want to see the generic upgrades of HP and DPS. I want defenses to be variable, but we got the MDS with there, which is one variable defense, but only one. I would have seen more still, but we did get one, you know, and but we still did get the generic upgrade on DPS and HP. So again, that's a lot to be said. And again, for the timer as well, you know, not a lot of people time out nowadays, and if we're raising that cap to 67. I imagine a lot of people are going to coin that the hell out of that. A lot of people have a hell of a lot of XP saved up from Zen farming as well. So I imagine everyone will be pumping a lot of resources into getting those bots to 67. But they need something else. And I've said that in the chat. But again, there's no guarantees of that as well. But they do need something else. Because that 67 upgrade, yes, you know, it will be more than the current upgrades. At the worst, it could be static. So right now, let me find a level 65 bot if I can. A level 64 bot, sorry. So at the minute it's 48 mil to get a bot from 64 to 65. At the very least, it's going to be 48 mil. I imagine there'll be an increase, no guarantee, but there'll be a guarantee it'll be at least 40 mil. They won't go backwards to get it to 66. So be prepared for that slog of getting it to 48 mil. And to put it in perspective, for a Zone 15 win with a G Metal XP core, with 2 bots, with Cup and another bot, you'll probably get 1 million XP to that G Metal XP bot. 1 million. So that's 48 battles, 50 battles that you will have to do. So you're looking at an SBB to go from level 65 to 66 for one bot. That's a lot. That's a lot of XP, guys. So, you know, as I've said, start saving your XP. The reason I'm making these choices of still Zen farming. I hear a lot of guys going, yeah, I'm not bothering with Zen farming. Trust me, get your Zen, buy XP with it. You're going to need it. It's going to be a lot of XP, at least 48 mil. I'm expecting more than that. So you can see the jump from 63 goes from 35 mil to 48 mil. So it goes up by 13 mil. I'm personally expecting 60 plus level 66 and then maybe 80 mil. So 140 mil to get to 67. It's a big jump, guys. Get Zen farming. Save your XP. You're going to need it. And that's a fact. That's not an opinion. So again, they've said there's going to be a use for 5-star shards. It could be powering up your bots. They said there's going to be another way to power up your bots. They said there's going to be a new way to sort of play the game and improve your bots. And then they brought out the missions. So, you know, I don't think it was the best addition to the game. The dispatch missions. It is a way to level up your bots. It is. But they had said there's going to be a use for 5-star shards. So we could be saving our 5-star shards and people are saving them thinking it's going to be something good. It could be something not that good. But there is something with Prime with 5-star shards. There's also something coming with Prime Core Set, but the same. You know, they said they're going to be a Shanix store upgrade. And everyone thought, oh, there's going to be a new bot. No, they added G1 cores with an awful drop rate. So you're not always guaranteed it's going to be something good. But at least you can make an educated decision. So yes, these things are going to come. When? Maybe HQ18 release. Maybe a bit afterwards. We're not too sure. But these are the facts for HU18 in opinion, like I said, and you'll hear me talk a lot about opinion over the next few weeks as I get snippets and watch the streams and talk to the apes in the chat. We can look back and speculate for the future from that, but that's all speculation, but that's the facts for HU18. Let's have a look back at the chat. Where are we up to? Yeah, Cyberland's put, why the space state release so many bots and combat bots that fall short a bit meh? So that's a question on its own. So I've said all along scheduling is their problem. Not having enough time and people to do what they want to do. So me personally, so I could talk about me personally and talk about them a bit, but and how I schedule. So at the start of the week, I've never got enough time to do all the jobs I want to do in work. I just haven't, and it's a fine line between having too much staff and not enough, and it is. And I get that you have to be careful with your labour, and I understand that from a business point of view. You know, labour is your biggest source of income and your biggest expenditure. It always will be. Unless you obviously run some huge costly business, but you know, on the whole, labour is normally your biggest outgoings, but also your biggest source of income. Without labour, you can't make money, so you need labour. So you schedule your labour so you can do X, Y, and Z jobs. Now at the start of the week, I might have 6 jobs, and I go, right, okay, I haven't got time for these 6 jobs this week. What are the 4 that I've got to get done? Okay, those 2 get put to the back burner. Those 2 can wait. And then the week after, I go, right, okay, I've not got time for them 6 jobs again. Those 2 jobs have to wait. They can go there. But at week 3, I'm like, right, okay, I've got a bit of time this week. I've only got 3 jobs this week. One of those 2 jobs, I'm going to do this week. Okay, it's been put on the back burner for 2 weeks. Which then's more important? That's more important. I need to get that done. And one of these jobs might get put on the back burner and back burner and back burner. But eventually, I'm like, you know what? I need to make some time to do that. I'm going to get some extra staff in. I'm going to cover myself so I can get that done. But in the meantime, other jobs are building up. And you think, oh, right, okay, that job out of the 20 that have built up, that one, I'm going to bring that in and get it done. Nose cone, the best example of this. I'm not having for 1 minute that over the past 2 years, they've not thought, oh, nose cone needs a buff. Let's get that done. You know, they do think about these things. But they haven't got the time. They just haven't. And it's evident when we get these bots. So we'll get a new bot in testing. I've said this, and people don't believe me until they actually get in tested, and then they're like, well, yeah, what's right? You know, I've got no reason to lie. You know, I do appreciate everything Space have done for me in terms of this channel and things like that, but I've always said that I'll always be honest in my channel. And, you know, I'm not going to break my NDA by giving away certain things, but I'm just going to insight, and I'm hoping that Space 8 will change because of that, because people will see that and can sort of filter this back to them. That we'll get given a bot. And they'll go, right, guys, here's the new bot for testing. Now, testers, because they see that it's a new shiny title, like, oh, let's go and have a look. So within the first 2 hours of that bot coming out, I caught up with the testers. I've been on it. They've tested it. Initial feedback. So, person like myself, if I'm at work, I'll look at it and I'll go, well, when I filter more into the bots, but I'll look at it and go like, on paper, I'm not too keen on that. So I don't like rush bots. I don't like companions. So if you've had a companion, then a companion, then a companion, I'm like, another companion? Really? Have we not got enough? You know, we haven't tested it. I sort my feedback on, you know, how good it is. It's just, you know, we need some variety. So I give my initial feedback on variety. If the ability is a lot like Blades, then I'm like, what, another Blades? This sounds a lot like Blades. You know, it's not good. We need something a bit different. So my initial feedback might be just on my first impression. And then other testers will have to get to have a go, and they will sort of give their feedback. But within a day, most of the testers have been in there and given their feedback. At least half. At least. Usually a bit more than that. But I've got in there. So you probably got about 10 people's opinion where they've had a chat back and forth about the bot and what they think. And that's day 1. So this is 3 weeks for the event. This was like, you know, a week ago maybe. And then for a week, nothing. For a week, we don't hear a thing. There's no come back from Space Ape, no iterations, nothing else. Then after a week, Space Ape will come back and go, alright, we've took the feedback on, we've made this change. And it's either going to be one or two things, because it's hard to balance. It'll either go one way or the other way. It might be really overpowered, might be massively underpowered. And sometimes it might be, listen, it just doesn't work, this ability. It needs changing completely. It might be, yeah, it just needs a bit of a tweak. Sometimes, very rare, but sometimes we're like, this is pretty much good to go. This is really, really good. It does happen occasionally. Sometimes it might be the visual, but we'll sort of all suggest little changes, and people agree, people don't agree, and that's what playtest is all about. People have their opinions and from their point of view, which is fine. You know, sometimes you have arguments, but even then it's fine. You know, we're not always going to agree. And then for a week, nothing. We'll probably spend the week arguing pretty much, and then we'll hear nothing for about a week. And then the Monday, which is obviously this Monday coming, before the bot is released, Space Ape will come in and go, alright guys, listen, we've made these changes on feedback. And then sometimes we're like, oh yeah, thanks Fabian, good job, or thanks Yanis, or whatever, or brilliant job. But most of the time, we're like, yeah, this is not ready yet. The visuals are wrong, or the combats are not good enough, or they need improving, or it needs buffing, or this needs extending. But the problem is then, because there's a week between, Space Ape have got all this feedback coming from different angles. So you've got X person's feedback, Y, Z, A, B, C. And they've got to filter all between that and go, right, we're going to make this choice. And that's normally the Wednesday before the bot comes out. And again, sometimes they nail it. But most of the time we're still like, yeah, it's still not quite right. But by that time, it's like, well, we need to release the bot. It needs to go out. It needs to be ready for the newsletter. It needs to be ready for the stream so they can show it. And sometimes even, this change is made on Thursday. And that's why I changed my stream date to Thursday. Because I was sometimes doing a video on Wednesday. And I'd be like, yeah, this is the bot. And I think one occasion was, I think it was Blur last year. And I did a video on this. And I was like, yeah, this is awful. Doesn't work, not enough range. I can't remember what my review of Blur was, but it was pretty awful. Space 8 watched that stream, or Dale did I think, and fed back to them and said, like, you know, the feedback from the chat and feedback from me was, no, listen, they hate it. They think it's awful. So Space 8 made some changes to it for Thursday. But that's still too late, because they're just changing it based on my feedback and based on, you know, Space 8, testers' feedback. But it could be the wrong change. It could be they've done it off their perception there. There's no feedback in the playtest chat about what to do. They just improved it. But then there's two things wrong with that. It's that it could be different than what the playtest was saying. Maybe they filtered that into it. I don't know. But it's a very, very last minute change again. Where it could be swinging the other way. It could be too powerful. It's not powerful again. And then it is too late. Once we get to Thursday. And then the problem there is that, again, it makes my content irrelevant. So people will look at my review and go, oh, Blur's awful. And then people will say to me, so Wozza, I noticed on your video that you said Blur was awful, so I've not bothered with him. And I'm like, no, listen, level him, he's good. But your video said he was awful. Well, he was awful, but now he's not. They've changed it. And that's why I changed my stream to Thursday, because once it gets to Thursday, they're not going to change the bot on Friday, are they? Until you get SG Jetfire. And they did. And look what chaos that caused. Because they're not doing enough iterations. You know, for me, there should be at least two or three iterations. There should be someone in that chat. Their job is that bot. Nothing else. That is their job. Because that's the big content. That's the big release. That's the big thing that they're doing this month. That's their money maker, supposedly. So it should be, right, your job is that bot. Right, okay, guys, here is the bot. We'll give you 2 days to give our feedback. We're going to make a change. So, Monday, we get the bot. Wednesday, they make changes. Friday, right, have the bot for the weekend, guys. We're going to make some changes. The next Monday, any more changes. Wednesday, any more. Friday, right, the bot is ready. This is a week beforehand. Ideally, it should be a week and a half by the Wednesday. So on Thursday, a week beforehand, I could come in here and go, this is the bot, guys. We did this with Minerva, and it works so well. This is the bot, guys. This is what you're going for. You've got a week to prepare. Should I do it? Should I not? So you can look at that bot and go like, yeah, I'm going to go in for that big event. because I like what I'm seeing. But people go in blind because the bot's still not even ready until the final week. So it's not even like the content creators can go, yeah, this is worth it, or not so much, maybe not, don't go all out for this bot. We can't do that because the bot's not ready. And that's God's honest truth. It's not because the content creators don't want to cover it or being lazy or putting it off. It's because we can't until the bot's ready. And it's not ready until the day before. And that's the problem. Honest truth. So, SpaceX scheduling just needs to be better. Where they've got someone dedicated to it and they're looking in that chat. And I even said that I think the 8's probably come in that chat once a week to have a look. And someone actually put, if we're lucky probably. And that's quite poor. You know, even the testers are disillusioned with the time frame that the SpaceX are sort of giving us these iterations. We need more iterations, more little changes, rather than these big swings of changes that makes them really good or really bad. We need some small iterations where we go, right, we've tweaked it a bit, we've done this, we've tweaked it again, and then we'll get them better hopefully. But that's the truth. And people have said, like, why don't you take a break from bots and combats? One, because of SpaceX have got an agreement with Hasbro to release these bots, and two, because that's their biggest money makers. So that's why they're going to keep releasing bots every single month. Yeah, Vincent Lee's put a nail on the head there. That combats reshape the game, and he's just put that the main thing is top shot and flat to destroy walls so fast with AoE attacks. Yeah, definitely. How long before we get a cup killer? I don't think they're annoyed. I don't think they will because it makes them money again. You know, people cup Lagoon, and it makes them money. So I think they're fine with that. But you never know though. But yeah, we have got mines still. We have got like flare mines and T-lock mines that work for do that. And we've got mind wipe, so there is ways to stop cup, but it's your choice of doing that. But yeah. ZZ's put, yeah, are we going to upgrade first when you hit HK18? Defenses or storages? Storages has to go first. Yeah, Jason Rose has put it, I can see there. Has to go first. Well, usually. I imagine, yeah, I imagine they will do. Still. Who knows? Atari's headed out. Thanks for joining, bud. But he's put, this is a great topic on HQ18 and speculation shows have been good so far. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it. Anything else? Calvin, any sort of requests, anything like that, hit me up on a Monday, bud. So on a Monday, I do a play stream where I just sort of play things. And if you got any requests, come in, hit me up and I'll try it. I can level some bots and mess about, and it's just a play stream, really. There's no real plan to it. I just thought I'd do Titan Assault, maybe, or do some Zen farming, have a chat. But you got anything you want me to test? Anything you want me to try out? Is it a new tech strategy? Is it a new way of using the bot? Is it a bug you want me to show? Then come in on Monday stream, guys. Hit me up on Monday in the chat and just say, hey, Wozza, will you just try this for me? And I'll try it out of interest, so yeah. Grant has put any news on fixing the Titans? Well, so on Monday this week, I went all the way up to that Titan and stopped at the level 24-star Titan. And I said to Dale, so when's the fix coming? Thinking it would probably be Monday or Thursday, but by Monday a lot of people have already done that. So, and he said, oh, well, we don't want people to be left behind by some people have got the upgraded Titan and can do Titan Assault and some can't. But unless they're going to do it at the exact point where Titan Assault finishes and starts the upgrade, if they do it on this Thursday, which they haven't, by the way, but if they do it on this Thursday, then people that done it before that are going to suffer. People afterwards will take advantage, maybe, unless it makes it harder. People presume it made it easier, couldn't be made harder. Don't forget. So I don't know yet where we stand with that. But if they do it on a Monday afternoon, say, there's still good people that have done a bit before that. So I don't know what their reckon is, unless they're going to do it on Thursday with a push on Monday. Unless they're going to do that, but I don't know where they're going to go with that. I don't know why they just come out and say, listen, next Thursday we're going to do an update where Titan Assault will incorporate all the perks, and then it's your choice. If you don't do it, if you do it before that, that's your choice. Then they've again scheduled it. They've scheduled it forward. This is what we're going to do, and yeah. But people presume it's going to be easier. It might get harder because when the Titan perks go in, has Triptychon not had Titan perks either? So will he be a maxed out 4-star Titan with all the maxed out perks in there? Is your Titan perks maxed out? If not, it could be at a disadvantage. So, you know, we don't know. But yeah, I beat it. Though I'm not gonna lie, I did. Hey Alpha Prime, thanks for joining, bud. Thanks for joining the chat. It's good to see you back as well, doing some content. I'm not gonna lie, it's good to have you back, bud. I think you were just as disillusioned with me at one point, but yeah, nothing's changed really. But welcome back to the fold, bud. Cool. Okay, 5-star Titan part. So we wanted to talk about the 5-star Titan part and what it mean for the game. Because kept in playtest, and it was a good talking point. So, you know, Space Ape have obviously done that survey where they said, what would you? It was crazy. It really was. What points would you like to put out for the Titan part? And the reason that survey was a bit sort of mismatch was they gave the option of 4 mil, 4.5 mil, 5 mil, something like that. Do you really think people are going to go, oh yeah, 6 mil, Dale? Yeah, 6 mil. Yeah, I want to put up more points to get this 5-star Titan part. No, they're always going to go for the lowest number. But the problem was that the lowest number was 4 mil. That was the lowest number. So, because everyone put 4 mil, does not mean people want to do 4 mil. If they would have put 1 mil in that survey, people would have put 1 mil. People want to do the least work possible for the most rewards. So that question is pretty much irrelevant. The best thing to do is just speak to the sort of playtesters, because to be honest with you, playtesters are a bit more sort of reasonable sometimes, and we'll sort of, you know, keep in mind that the game does need to make money, but we don't want to burn out people. But personally, I think 2 mil is acceptable. 2.5 mil. And people are going like, what? For a 5-star Titan part, but Omega Supreme was this much? And right, but those times, and times have changed, and the game's not what it was, sadly. You know, the game, people put in less work into events now. And the problem is that I don't care what Space Apes say. The 5-star Titan will be more powerful than the 4-star. So it's a must-have item. It's not a, you know, it's not a, oh, Hot Rod, it's Brainstorm, Skylinks. You don't have to have them bots succeed. You can succeed without them. You don't need 5-star bots to succeed at any level. You can do well in, you know, in Cybertron with 4-star bots. But if people have got a 5-star Titan and others haven't, they're going to be at a massive disadvantage. If I've got a full 5-star team with a 4-star Titan and they've got, you know, a less upgraded base with a maxed out Titan, that's going to be a problem. And when Titans are first introduced, I said the balancing these is going to be so difficult, and I was right. And the reason is that if you've got something this big, it needs to be powerful. And I said that if it's that big and powerful, it's going to wipe out the base on its own. And they pretty much can. But on the Vice, if they make it really weak, it's like, well, you got this massive Titan and it's no stronger than a Combiner. So balancing the Titans is so hard. It's not a task that I would give to Space Ape. I would like to take off Space Ape at all. But with this 5-star part, if they make it 3 mil, 4 mil, the higher they put it, the harder it is for people to obtain. Now, it's 4 mil. You're talking the top 5 alliances in the game. And we talk about how the top 5 is, you know, we talk about free-to-play versus pay-to-win and things like that, and the gap between the two. If they make this 5-star part any more than 3 mil, that gap is going to be a chasm. It really is. Because everyone's going to really struggle unless they do something drastic with the balancing. They said the balancing isn't finished, but they need to do something drastic. If only, you know, 200 players in the game are getting this Titan, that's going to depict if you're on the top alliance or not. It's going to depict if you can win in wars or not. And I can see a lot of low-level guys getting frustrated. So a lot of low-level guys that are stuck with 4-star Titans and can't get the 5-star will have to use 5-star shards. And again, I can't imagine it being less than 15,000 shards. And that's a lot to ask again. I think that people have been saving for Omega so long That when it comes to it again, we're like, you know what, I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered saving another 15,000 shards and being behind for the next 9 months. Now, not having a Mega Supreme again is not the be all and end all. You can cope without it. But again, this 5-star Titan is so impactful on the game that's going to make a huge, huge difference. So you're going to have low level players getting frustrated. That's the point I'm making from that. So then you've got another bracket of players like myself. So players like myself that are at a decent level, that are good at the game, that that have dropped down a bit, taken a bit easy maybe, and they might not want to do 4 mil for anything really. It's a big event and maybe can't or won't or don't want to. Now for me, if Space Ape said to me on the 4th of December it's going to be the Titan event, I'll go and book it off work. I'll make sure I've got time to do that. But we've talked about the scheduling and how poor it is. We'll probably get to know the 5-star Titan event is this saga in 2 weeks time. I can't plan around that. I have to write about 4 weeks in advance. I can't plan for 2 weeks time. So if they drop that on me and I'm working that weekend, I'm not doing that Titan event. Whether I want to or not, I'm not. Because half my time is working, and so I'll have to spend double or triple what other people are spending in that time frame. I've got to do it a lot faster. So all my weekend is paralleling, and there's no way I'm spending $200, $300 on a 5-star Titan part, no matter how good it is. So then you got players like me that will fall behind. My bots are not behind, my combat's not behind, nothing else in the game is behind. But all of a sudden, I'm struggling in wars because I couldn't play one event. And people can say, yeah, well, you can save your 5-star shards. But you're forcing people into a box there. And we're saying 15,000, could be 25k. We know how Space Apes sort of overvalue these things. And it could be crazy, how much they value them at. So players like me would be like, well, I can't even compete at top level anymore. So I'm going to go free to play. I'm not going to bother anymore. I'll find a new game or whatever. Then you've got top players. So top players in the game. And we've seen so many quit over leaderboards. They're like, I've had enough of this. I'm not spending all my weekend doing this. No matter how good it is, I'm not spending all my weekend doing this. And so every time they've done a leaderboard, people quit the game. Top players, because they don't want that pressure. So the more big events we have like this, it's going to make top players quit the game as well. Not as many as maybe the other ones, but you will see some top players quit. So with this 5-star release, is it going to bring more people into the game, releasing a 5-star Titan part? No. It's not going to attract people. Releasing Titans into the game might bring people in. But releasing a 5-star Titan part is not going to release people in. Is it going to create income in a short term? Yeah. But they've got to think long term. They're going to lose a lot of players over this 5-star Titan part. And playtests even said, listen, just scrap the 5-star Titan part. We don't need it. 4-star Titans work as they are. Yes, they need balancing. But we don't need this 5-star part. Bring out a new Titan. Maybe further down the line I'll think of something else. But we're talking so much about player burnout. And it's these things that are the killers for the game. Is the HQ releases. They've said that they've thought about that. And they've thought about it, properly and said, like, listen, we're going to bring out this HQ release slowly. We don't want to burn people out. We don't want people to get frustrated. Well, I don't know what they think 5-star Titans are going to do. That's exactly what they're going to do. It's going to frustrate people. It's going to make people that want to compete can't compete. Those that get the part will still be able to compete, and they'll get burned out getting it. So it's going to be so hard to balance this, especially if it's a 4 mil event. So I'm really asking Space Ape to really consider dropping it right down to like 2 mil. And I think that 2.5 mil at a push is quite reasonable. It's not disastrous where people can compete. I get it's not going to be free to play because the cost of Titans and the money they put into developing them, it costs a lot of money for the artwork and the programming that's involved and things like that. So it costs them money, so they're going to want some return. It's not going to be free to play. So I imagine it'd be more than 40k per player, which is about 1.5 mil. It's going to be more than 1.5 mil, so more than 2 mil without a doubt. But I'm hoping no more than like 2.5, hopefully. And yeah, but free to play is going to have no chance of this Titan pretty much unless you start saving your shards now. So, you've got to consider that as well, guys. They have said it. It could be 6 months, could be a year. And again, we don't know. We really don't know. But if you are free to play, then you've got to choose between 5-star bots and Titans for the next 6 months, maybe. Again, I just think it's kind of crazy that we're going to make people save for 5-star Omega for 3 or 4, 6 months free to play. so not pulling any 5-star bots. Then they're gonna save up for the 5-star Titan for 4, 5, 6 months. So that's a year of no 5-star bots, but they've got a Mega part and a Titan part to show for it. Maybe even longer for free to play, guys. But you know, I just don't think it's very balanced. I don't think it's very fair. And you know, I think we can do a lot better in balancing these in terms of the points it's going to cost and in terms of the availability. And that's the big thing for 5-star Titans. The new Titan, they said, will be monetized. So that is a thing. People are going to rush ahead. And that is what it is. But, you know, with how, you know, people will have a 4-star Titan still. So if people have 4-star Fort Max and it's slightly stronger than Metroplex, I kind of get that. But it shouldn't be a case of that Fort Max always beat Metroplex. And I've said to Space It that the problem is that if I've got my Titan, I can use my Titan on the base and still beat an opposing Titan. That shouldn't be the case. It should be a case of if I use it on the base to help my bots, I'm going to lose my Titan. So I've got to get through that quick, because I'm going to lose my Titan. If I use it on the other Titan, I succeed, but then I don't have the advantage of helping them bots until the end of the battle. So, you know, that's how they should be balanced, in my opinion, in terms of the 4 stars that they are right now. But again, we've got to wait for the 5-star and see what happens, and yeah, we'll see. Let's have a look at the chat, see what everyone's been saying about that subject as well, because I like to feed these back to the apes. Yeah, back in the day, Alpha Prime, me, you, Hoiston, Trios, pretty much, wasn't it? So, yeah. Just the event was 2 million and 100% go for it. I can imagine it being more than that, though. I really can. Yeah. Yeah, Alpha Primes, but events take too much of our weekends. I hate long weekends event. Yeah, we'll see, but yeah. Yeah. Players block me from getting the 4-star. That's not good. Yeah, also what Phil's put, you know, guys like me will pay to hit 50k for a 2 million event. I won't bother at 3.5, 4 mil. I think 2.5 mil is reasonable, personally. Just at least put 50k per player. Yeah, I think that's a point we've got to make, though. They've got to make money off this, so it's not going to be within free-to-play range, no matter how much you want to, which is 160k. So it's 100% with 2 mil plus. And how much money do they want for this content? I imagine 2.5 mil at least. So I think 2.5 mil's reasonable what we can ask for. But as always, Space Saber quite reasonable, and I always think a bit too much of it. Yeah. Yeah, 50k per player for 5-star is reasonable. 75k, I'm not too sure. So 75k is 3 mil. So yeah, again, I think about 2.5 mil is not too bad. 60k, it means you've got to spend $20-30 to get the part per player. So, you know, per alliance, that's like $600 per alliance. So maybe, yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just at least put 2 million point for the 5 stars, 100% worth it. A $20 bundle is all that should be needed. Yeah. Jason Francis said, I can do 20k. I doubt you'll get it for 20k, but I really do. Cyberdance, but I did 8 million for 5-star flatline. I'm still trying to catch up on my sleep. Don't blame you. Jason Francis put, if I want the 5-star part, that means I have to be in a top-notch alliance. You'd have to join a top alliance. But yeah, Alpha Prime, but there was a poll, Alpha Prime. But the lowest option was 4 mil. There was like 4 mil, 4.5, 5, 5.5, or 6. And people are always going to choose the lowest option. So I don't know why they did that. It's crazy. Yeah, Alpha Prime, but if FBB were cheaper, it would be more balanced. Well, yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. Can I go ahead and get my gift card now? It's all coming. It's coming in good time. Yeah, you can be lucky in bundles, but no guarantee in bundles, is there? So, you know. Okay, one last thing I want to look at before we do the giveaway. The grind time is so eager for that he probably won't win. I hope he does in a way because he's been my longest supporter for a long time. But you know, like anyone else, we've got a 1 in 12 chance. But we'll see. But all that's to come. So, something that I wanted to look at that I've been sort of talking with a couple of people about is a new bot in an outpost, which people probably haven't considered. Some people have, and some people will be like, well, yeah, I know that was but it's not really in the meta. But I can imagine it being in the meta quite soon, the way it works. And that meta is Hot Rod in an outpost. As soon as I say that, I'm sure people know where I'm going with this. So looking at Hot Rod's ability at ability 11. So that's the important thing. It needs to be ability 11. So I know mid-level players with a 4-star, it's not really going to work. It needs to be ability 11. So where is Hot Rod? There he is. So looking at his ability 11. So make yourself and a friendly bot invulnerable to damage and stun effects for 16 seconds. 16 seconds. So the idea behind this is you put Hot Rod next to one of two things. You can either put him next to the shield gen, and when he pops, it will cover the shield gen. If he pops next to the MDS, he'll cover the shield gen and make it invulnerable for 16 seconds. 16 seconds. Let's give it a go. So just gonna go in normal mode. Cyberdan's asked, we'll be doing a 5-star prediction video. Yeah, when it comes close to it, but not yet. Near Christmas. Okay, so as we said, we've got Hot Rod in that outpost there. So we'll just drop Rhinox there. We'll just send Rhinox in for now, and just have a look at Hot Rod. So Hot Rod comes down, and there we go. He shielded the MDS. So let's try and do some damage to that MDS. Let's do Rhinox over there. And you can see there, the MDS is taking no damage at all for 16 seconds. Yes, the other one's healing, but it's taking no damage at all. And you can pick and choose any defense, but obviously the MDS is a great one to sort of cover. Absolutely amazing defense, probably the best defense or hardest defense to take out, and probably the most important defense. So putting Hot Rod next to it protects it. I know people will say this. People will say, but yeah, I can counter that quite easily because I could just drop my combiner. But then what we can do, we can take all our outpost bots, our combiner, everything else, and leave it off the map. So what we're doing is by putting Hot Rod here, we're forcing people, if they want to negate that, to drop their combiner. You're forcing people into a choice. So what else we can do is, like I said, we can put him next to the shield generator. So what we'll do is, I know we take this out with the likes of Jetfire and a boost. I could take an MDS out. 6 gun even. We'll take Jetfire in. Where is Jetfire? Gotta find Jetfire first. Maxed out. Yo core, of course. Don't worry guys, it's test server. It's not actually costing me 5,000 coins or something. And then we could put whatever combat on. Pinpoint as a good combat. Definitely. There we go. And let's put a Jetfire in there. And now I put Core's name, he's gone further up, so I can't find him again. There he is. Let's go. So you got to think, Rhinox's ability in that sort of AoE, along with Jetfire, we should be able to take the shield gen out, take the MDS out. Should be able to take everything out quite easily. If Hot Rod wasn't there. So now we're gonna we'll drop the whole team in fact. So we'll send Rhinox in. Just make sure they all stay alive. So you can see now that Hot Rod has shielded the shield gen. So we'll try and take the MDS out. The MDS is staying alive. We can't obviously take the shield gen out. He's healing. You can see there, because that shield gen, look. So Rhinox has been hitting it and hitting it and hitting it. And it's only just going down on health right now. So being impervious to damage for 16 seconds is crazy, crazy good. Crazy good. And I can see this guy causing a lot of problems in outposts. Most guys will, you know, try and take the MDS out with their combiner. So they'll pop some outposts, drop the combiner, especially the combiner outposts, pop them, and then they'll drop that and then try and take the MDS out with that combiner. So let's give that a go. So normally with a 4-star ability from Omega, the reflect ability, we can normally take out an MDS. So what I would normally do is take that shield gen out, making the MDS easier to kill. Let's send Rhinox in. Pop the outpost. Pop Mega Supreme. So you got to think here as well. So the time it takes the Mega Supreme to sort of appear, Hot Rod's ability is already activated. So let's try and take it out with a Mega Supreme. And see there, the shield gen is just keeping that MDS alive. We've hit it and hit it and hit it with a Mega Supreme. This is a maxed out Mega Supreme. Oh, we've not took it out. We've got to use that 5-star ability on it because that shield gen has been kept alive. And even there we haven't even killed it. I'm sure I pressed on it, but it's not. So you can see there that a maxed out Mega Supreme has not even killed that MDS. Hot Rod protected it long enough so it can heal. It's healed up, and the rest of the abilities are just not strong enough to sort of take that out. And that's what can happen in a war. That's a prime example of you trying something, going, yeah, I can do this, and then a bot just causing a complication, and that so people start throwing points at it and start, you know, losing bots, and that's where drop points come from. And this is what the top players are sort of looking at doing. So, you know, a new bot for outposts, a new way of, you know, using some bots to cause complications. And I was talking to this person about this and just said, you know, when these bots pop out, don't forget they change the skin to Decepticon, and they pop out and people go, who's that? What are they doing? I know it's Nemesis Prime, but most bots don't even know cons, let's be honest. Or it might be Brainstorm and it's Skyhawk, and Skyhawk pops out and like, who's this guy? What has he just done? You know, and these things sort of, you know, have an impact. Now you can see that I had trip up. Now whether trip up can actually increase the DPS, I've got to see. I'm going to test a few things on defense. But the thing we can take away from this is Hot Rod on defense next to an MDS or shield gen is OP to hell. You got to keep in mind though, if you put it next to an MDS, the combiner will always take out the other MDS. So there's always that. You know, if you could, and then if they can take out the MDS first with the jet, and then Hot Rod will then jump. So if you take out this shield gen, you've got to think, where's the next closest thing to Hot Rod? You've got to make sure that it's not something irrelevant. So if it's this, he might actually hit that building there. So you've got to think that, okay, he's going to protect this building here. If that one goes away, someone destroys that first, where will he protect next? You don't want him protecting a build bot or something ridiculous unless you want him to. But again, always have that plan of, if they take that out, what's he going to protect next? If they take all three of these out, what do they protect next? Have a mortar close by or something like that, or you know, have a beam laser or something. Have a beam laser close by. Yeah. So it's something else he can protect. So no matter what you do, you know, it's going to cause some complications for the team. But yeah, the next OP bot outpost. It's going to be interesting. It is. Jason Francis asked, do you get extra time in the Combiner lab when you reach HQ 17 for the Combiner? Nope, it is still the same. It is exactly the same. But they are looking obviously at the upgrade time of Combiners and going to hopefully increase that, improve that. So that's a good thing. And Jason Francis put, I've seen Hot Rod and his counterpart Nemesis priming outposts. It's got to be ability 11 though. You know, they'll protect themselves 16 seconds, whether it's ability 11 or not. But ability 11 makes them protect another building as well. That's what makes it really crazy good and OP. So that's why. Just Elite heading out. Thanks for joining, bud. And thanks for joining. And now we are going to do the giveaway. So let's just switch over to this at a minute. Random number generator. So we're going to change this obviously to 12. So we've got 12 members. And we're going to assign all these platinum members to a number, basically. And whatever number we pull out is going to win the $50 gift card. So like I said before, guys, the only way you could be in with this giveaway is to be a platinum member. That's the only way you can take part. And it's just something that I like to give back to my platinum members. So don't forget, guys, if you want to be in with a shout of winning a $50 gift card, you've got to be a platinum member. And I've said, listen, once we get to 20 members, I'll up the gift card again. Once we get to 30 members, I'll up the gift card again. So every 10 members we get, the gift card will increase. You know, and hopefully one day it might even get to $100. Imagine that, giving $100 away in the stream. Absolutely amazing. But we've got to, you know, increase through the numbers to give more away. So it's just sort of my way of, you know, giving something back, saying thank you for giving to the channel and supporting it. So yes, $50 gift card. So if you do win the gift card, all you got to do is hit me up on Discord, and we will sort the arrangements out from there. So, number 1 on the list is Chris Harmon. Number 2 is Fogsterbomb. Number 3 is Windblade. Number 4 is Penny Lancaster. Number 5 is Striker 3124. Number 6 is Kel Cannon. 7 is Chris Lewis. 8 is Stay Puffed. 9 is Atari. 10 Simon Hayes. 11 is Grind Time, and 12 is Dojak. Let's go through that again. Number 1, Chris Harmon. Number 2, Fogsterbomb. Number 3, Windblade. Number 4, Penny Lancaster. Number 5, Striker 3124. Number 6, Kill Cannon. Number 7, Chris Lewis. Number 8, Stay Puft. Number 9, Atari. Number 10, Simon Hayes. Number 11, Grind Time. And number 12, Dojak for a $50 gift card. Good luck, guys. I hope everyone wins, but not everyone can win. And we will see who wins. And the winner is Kill Cannon is the winner. So congratulations to Kill Cannon for the $50 gift card. Apologies to Grind Time again. That is like the 6th time I think I've done this sort of giveaway, and Grind Time still hasn't won. And it's quite kind of sad, really, honestly. But big thank you to everyone for being platinum members, like I said. But congratulations to Kill Cannon for being the winner. So Kill Cannon, hit me up on Discord, and we will sort out your gift card some point tomorrow afternoon. So it'll be after the event starts, sadly, because it's quite late for me over here. By the time we sort the details out, it'll be tomorrow night, but you will have it ready for maybe the next weekend event. So congratulations, and well done. Grind Time's like with the Wozza memes. Terence Melton's asked, what should I keep my 5-star tracks on Laser Optimus level 10? I'll put 4-star Rat Trap. It's up to you, but it all depends, really. But if you want to know more about things like that, then come and join me on Monday, while I'll answer a bit more questions like that in detail and do some testing and have a look at different combats you can use and things like that. And if you you know, really want some insightful feedback, then become a platinum member and book a 1-to-1 and be in with a chance of getting a gift card. But yeah, congrats, Kill Cannon. Alright, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Been a great stream today. Don't forget to hit a like on the video if you've liked anything today. I'm sure Grind Time will put a dislike. But I appreciate everyone for just putting a like on the video. And don't forget, as always, subscribe, guys. Honestly, it's the best way you can support my channel. And it is totally free. But thanks to everyone for tuning in. Thanks to everyone subscribing. Thanks to everyone being a platinum member, as always. Thanks for watching, guys. And see you on Monday. And peace out.